Hello to those of you who are watching on the replay. Um, I'm just gonna share some of the stuff I got on my trip um, and work on this, putting stuff in this journal while we're here. Hi, Tanya. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Barbara. Yeah. Well, I posted pictures in the group and in just on my regular Facebook page. Hi, Kendra. Um, so I'm not going to show you those pictures again, but I do want to show you a couple of pictures that I took, and they're not that easy to see. I took with Ethan's Polaroid camera. He has a Polaroid camera, and he had some old black and white film, and I took some pictures with it. Where am I going to put these? Oh, up there. Um, and so hi Candy, hi Sharon, and so I he asked me to take that camera with me. Back way back when I used a Polaroid camera, I didn't use black and white film in it. So I don't know if the way the pictures turn out now is due to being an old camera, because his is definitely a vintage camera, or if it's the black and white pictures always turned out that way. Hi Deborah, I'm glad you're here. Hi Joan. Anyway, I took a couple of pictures of Hannah, and this one is at the river. And so it's like one of the pictures that I took with my phone that I posted in the group. Hi Nashwa, I'm glad you're here. But this is the other one that I took, and Hannah says it's her. It looks like she's a ghost. Anyway, this is our favorite picture from the whole trip. This one taken with Ethan's Polaroid camera. So Hannah got the real picture. She's saving it, but I got this we scanned it in, and so I got this one. But this was taken at the cabin, and there's a branch with a birdhouse, and she didn't want to look at the camera. She was tired of getting her picture taken. Well, the film wasn't that old. It's a remake. They're called Polaroid originals, but I think they're remakes. They're making them now, so I don't think it's that old of film. But anyway, it may be old, but I think it's something that they're doing now, that they're making now, because back in the day there were 10 photos to a cartridge, and now there are only 8, because they don't have the equipment to make them the way they made them back then, the original ones. Well, this is definitely older than a couple of months, and he had it in the refrigerator, but he put it in the camera for me to take. So it may have gotten warm while it was with me, but it wasn't. He kept it in the refrigerator until then. He was protecting it. So, and we kept it, I tried to keep it protected as best I could, and took it in the cabin with us when we weren't using it. We only took it with us the one day that we were actually taking pictures with it. But anyway, we just loved this one. But what she's got on is a blouse and then a split skirt, but it looks like a really old-fashioned dress. Anyway, we were happy with it. We thought that was a cool picture. And this one is a lot harder to see. You can see the river good. She doesn't turn out as good because she's in the shadows. But anyway, we thought that was a lot of fun. So I thought I would share that with you. And when we first got there, we went to the place where I used to go back when I was in my late teens and early 20s, which was it was called Stonewall Guest Ranch back then. Now it's called Middle Fork Resort. But my stepfather, who was not my stepfather back then he was my best friend's dad, but he and his wife owned the Stonewall Guest Ranch, and I stayed there quite a bit. So I took Hannah there, and that's where we got these flowers. And yeah, the one by the river, those river pictures were taken at that guest ranch. Hi, Janet. I'm glad you're here. But we got these flowers, and I immediately pressed them in some books that we had taken with us. But when I came home, I took them and put them on this freezer paper, and I put a piece of napkin so it's not completely clear behind them. But I thought it might be sturdier if there was a piece of napkin in there than if it was just the Mod Podge. Hi, Joyce. I'm glad you're here. Anyway, I took this one off to see how it worked, and there was still glue wet behind the flowers when I first took it off, but it's mostly dried now. But I did these so that they could be protected, and I could put them in my journal, because I knew that if I just put the dried flowers in there by themselves, they would get messed up. So I thought the first thing I would do is show you these flowers and take them off the paper so we can see how they're going to do. This is the next one. And you can see this one is still wet behind that flower, but the smaller flowers dried. So I'm going to, actually, I think this one's dry. I'm going to turn it like this and set it up here and let it dry. And that one's pretty dry. I'm going to turn it over and put it up here because that's wet. And I did these yesterday, so I don't know how many of them are actually, they may all be wet behind the flowers. I don't know. This is a kind of an experiment. So we'll see how it goes. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Violet. I'm glad you made it. Okay, no, this one's, it's still a little damp right there, but that's where the flowers weren't completely dried out because I didn't want to wait that long. But I remember Tanya saying she used Mod Podge on a leaf, and it stayed flexible and everything. So I thought, well, I'm just going to try it. So we'll see how they turn out. We did have a great weekend, Linda. We did. And then we got to come home and enjoy time with just the family. Although Hannah forgot that it was Labor Day weekend when she got up this morning and her daddy was still here. She was like, "What are you doing home? Are you sick?" He said, "No, it's Labor Day." But you can see how that glue is still very wet behind the leaf. So, anyway, I'm just going to keep stacking them back because we'll put some of them in the book. I'm going to have to turn on my air conditioner. It was on when I came out here, and it's really not that hot outside. But it's gotten warm in here since I got in here. Now that evidently didn't get wet all the way through that part of the napkin, but that's okay. The flour's not there anyway, so let me turn on the air conditioner. And this napkin still had a little bit of, had a ghost print on it, and I didn't realize that till I got it wet. So, so that's there too. Let's see. I put Mod Podge in places where it bigger than the napkin was, so it's hard for me to find the edges. There we go. Anyway, you can still see a little bit of the pink, but it doesn't show up as much except on the white. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. Oh, well, I didn't talk about how I made them. I mean, I'll tell you how I made them, but I didn't show it. I just, I did it yesterday sitting in my recliner. I just put down a piece of the freezer paper and painted it with Mod Podge. And then I laid down one layer of a white, the white part of inside a napkin and painted over that with Mod Podge. And then I laid down my flowers and went over the top of them with Mod Podge. So there's, the clear sheet is the Mod Podge and the white napkin and the flowers layered. So, I wasn't sure how this would turn out, but I knew I didn't want to just put the flowers and things in there dry because they would just break up, and I didn't want to, have them breaking up and falling out. So, so I did them all that way with the napkin. Now I can tell I may not have had to have the napkin in there, but I knew it would give it strength, and that would give the flowers something to glue down onto. So yeah, this is freezer paper. The white is the shiny side, the waxy side or plastic side of the freezer paper. I think it is plastic. So I think those turned out pretty good. So we'll add those into the journal in a minute. We didn't do very much art stuff while we were there. They were pressed and dried somewhat. They weren't completely dried out, Mina, because I would need to leave them pressed longer than that for them to be really dried out. But they were pressed from last Tuesday until yesterday, in a book. And then yesterday I put them in here. So some of them were more dry than others. But I didn't want to wait. Yeah. Yeah, this is and it's a sack for one of the stores we went in. We went into this store on our way home in Trinidad, and it was a bead store. And I don't have the name of the store. I just have the receipt she gave me for what I paid her. And I'm going to stick that right in here with these things because I'm going to stick it in the book. But I bought some bead wire because I've been wanting some copper wire. And this is 20 gauge wire. And it was $5.50. So I don't think it was a good deal or a bad deal. I think that's a pretty average price for that wire. But I bought more of these charm things than I would have probably because I decided I don't have a in-town venue for this kind of stuff except buying them one or two at a time, at Hobby Lobby. So so these are what I bought. And they cost they didn't cost as much as they would if I was buying them one or two at a time, but they cost more than I intended to spend. But I went ahead and bought them anyway. Ooh, I need to try that in the fall. When my sycamore tree leaves turn red, I'm gonna try that. They don't stay that way very long. It's kind of a quick transition to yellow and then brown, and they may not even get red. I'm trying to think. They go through several colors before they turn brown, but anyway. No, these are some birds and blooms that I got for 10 cents a piece at a thrift store when I was in Trinidad. So, so these came from Trinidad as well. That's a bird in a bird cage. I thought it was really cute. And a lock. So things for journals. and some dragonflies. You know how much I love dragonflies. So I got several dragonflies. And then I got a butterfly and some leaves and some flowers. There's a key, another key. I have keys, but I didn't have anything like those two. But and there's a little steampunky piece. And then this little parrot, which I thought was really cute. So thank you. Yes, it is Curly's. Exactly, Tanya. Thank you. That's the name of it. It was Curly's. Have you been there, Tanya? Oh, okay. Well, Hannah bought some beads. I didn't buy any beads. I just bought charms and wire. But Hannah got some beads and she got some charms. But she was a nice lady. She was she's got bad knees, so she was struggling to get around. So it felt good to buy stuff from her. Hey, what are you doing?
Came here to ask for a hug and a mint.
Okay, quick. Everybody liked your ghost picture.
Oh, yeah.
I showed them the big version that your dad printed out for me.
Oh, it looked like a wow.
I'm going to use these smaller versions in my book, but
Did I give this one?
no, I gave you the real one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where
If you
did
don't
it
want
up?
the real one, then your dad can print you another one like this.
Where did it end up?
I don't know, honey. This is not the time.
Okay.
It was on the sideboard earlier. I was going to bring it out here, and it wasn't there anymore. So
Okay.
I thought you got it. Anyway, I got some smaller printouts about the size of the Polaroid that I'm going to put in the book, along with some of these that we printed out as well. Here's Hannah taking a picture of this sign that was all chipping off. And I got some pictures of the chipped paint that was really cool, but I didn't have them here. Anyway, these are going to go in the book too. So I'm going to put those right up here, I guess, for now. Okay, that was Curly's in Trinidad. I can move it now. And there was a thrift store, also 2 thrift stores in Trinidad. I got this stuff at one of them, and Hannah got stuff at one of them. But oh, I made these papers with my chai tea. They smell like cinnamon. They smell good. And some back here with coffee that on the trip. So that was fun. So I'm going to use some of this in my journal too, because I made it on the trip. So I haven't done anything in the journal except I'll show you what I did do. I put this tea bag down because I thought I could put well, maybe I can, maybe I can't. What happened here? Okay. I think it's trying to go behind it, behind the whole thing instead of inside the tea bag, which will not work. Okay, there we go. So I could put something in like that. But I did print with the leaves, and these are the same leaves that are here. I printed with them with my ink pads, and that's all I did in the book because I just stuck stuff in it. I didn't have time to worry about that. But hi, Mary. I'm glad you're here. But while I was at that thrift store, I got this book for a quarter. And it was funny because Hannah and I had just been wishing we had one with us when we were in Kachara, we stopped to eat. I wish I could remember what page it was on. That's here, I think. Yeah, we stopped to eat in Kachara at the Dog Bar and Grill, and we saw magpies just like this there. That's the first time I'd ever seen one. They are so pretty. But it was sitting right there beside us, you know, at a table down a little ways. We were eating outside. So I got to see my first magpie. But anyway, I got this book for $1 at the thrift store. And then I got these magazines at the same thrift store for $0.10 a piece. So I just picked up what they had. And they also had this calendar with birds in it. And then this magazine, which I've never heard of, American Craft. Anyway, this one's from 2017. So that looks like that'll be interesting. Interesting book to look through. So I spent, with all of these things, I spent $1.03 at that thrift store. So that made up for the money I spent at the at Curly's. Because I definitely spent more money at Curly's than I intended to. Is that a Roger Tory Peterson book? This one is a National Geographic Society book, Field Guide to the Birds of North America. If you're talking about this, it's American Craft Magazine. But it has different, you know, pictures of art and stuff inside it. So that was fun. Anyway, I liked that American Craft Magazine. I might have to look into it. There were a couple of them there. There was this one and one more, but the other one, I didn't like the things in it as much as this one, and it was torn up really bad, so I just got this one. I know. I spend so much money. Then in La Vida, we went to La Vida, and I also got, when I was in Kachara, let me show you this real quick. I got this little sack, and I bought there's another one. I guess this is actually the one that had the stuff in it. She gave me an extra one because I asked her if I could have an extra one. But I got these little place cards there at the little store in La Vida, in Kachara. And I got these wooden stickers. And I thought I got, here we go. Okay, now this was in La Vida. This is somewhere in Colorado, so I don't know. But they were pretty, and so I got those. And then I've got the stuff from the Polaroid camera, and it says, "It ain't what you do, it's how you do it," which I thought was fun. So this stuff I'll probably put in there on the page with the Polaroid film. And I've got our, that's for the beads at Curly's. And these are for the lakes that we went to Monument Lake, and this one was for Bear Lake. So those things I just tucked in here. Okay, and here's some more bags. I bought Darren at the place I'm going to tell you about next. I bought Darren a mug, and she stuffed the mug into one of these sacks and then wrapped it in another sack. And she wrapped this little bowl, little pottery bowl, says Whitefish Pottery 2020. She wrapped this little bowl in this sack and set it in on top of Darren's mug. And I don't have his mug out here, but we thought we could use this to hold trinkets, or we could use it to use a supported spindle, which is what I thought of when I got it, that it would make a great bowl for a supported spindle. But it's really pretty, isn't it? So she had a lot of pottery stuff, and then she had some let me put these up here because I may use them as well. She also had some fair trade goods from oh, I didn't know that, Barbara. La Vita's a fun little town. Um, she also had some fair trades goods from Guatemala, and Hannah got a couple of hair scrunchy things, and I don't think we bought anything else that was that, but we bought some pottery. Hannah got one of these two with a different pattern. Let me find a place to put that so I don't drop it, break it or something. And then in the very back room, she had like this little tiny room. It was like, I don't know, a mud porch or something but it was real tiny, and it had some antiques in there. So it was like, and she had jewelry in the front. So she had all kinds of different stuff and incense and all kinds of different stuff in this little tiny store. But back in the antique part, I found this bag, and it says vintage cocktail napkins from the 50s. And you can see that's a huge number of cocktail napkins. And none of these are doubles. They're all different. Now, I did take out a few that were doubles, and I took out a couple that were risque and embarrassing, because these are napkins, most of them from cocktail lounges and bars and things in the 50s. But I thought I'd show you a few of them because they were for fun. And I could have gotten these cheaper, because when I asked her what she wanted for them, she said, I don't know, what will you give me? And I was feeling generous, so I said $7, and she said, I'll take it. So I was like, okay. Obviously, I could have gotten those cheaper, but anyway. So here's some pink elephants. It says bottoms up. This one's on me. Here we go. Here's to us. Cheers. One for the road. Here's looking at you. And whoever the lady was who collected these, she was a perfume. She liked perfume. They smell like a very soft, like Shalimar. That's what they smell like. My grandmother had some Shalimar, and that's what these smell like. So I guess this lady likes Shalimar too. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. So I just thought I'd show you a few of them. Some of them she wrote on. It says, at Julie and Jack's for dinner, August 11th, 1956. And then this one says Fanny. And here it says Junior's picking out his first mate. And this one says somewhere on our vacation, July 19th through August 7th. And then some of them, oh, this one says August 4th, 1956. Three monkeys sat in a coconut tree discussing things as they're said to be. Said one to the other, now listen, you two, there's certain a rumor that can't be true. Anyway, I didn't read the whole thing, but. And then here's another one. It says August 11th, 1956. Even moderation ought not be practiced to excess. So on this trip, they went to a lot of cocktail lounges and bars. At the per pound rate for which a woman's bathing suit sells, a man's overcoat would cost $796. A self-made man is a horrible example of unskilled labor. Anyway, then she had this one just says gotten sometime on our vacation. So some of these are to hotels. This one's from Rawlings, Wyoming. So I don't know if all of these are from the same vacation, but No, because this one says 7/18, and this one says their vacation was from July 20th to August 7th. But this lady obviously saved these, collected these as mementos. Officers open mess, Travis Air Force Base, California. Paoli's in San Francisco. The Iron Horse in San Francisco. Hotel St. Francis. Chateau Cliff Cox. Thanks you. The Le Chateau. It's also from San Francisco. This one says the fabulous Fairmont Hotel atop Nob Hill in San Francisco. The Squire Club from August 22nd, 1956. Hi, Suzanne. I'm glad you're here. Southern Pacific. This one's from Lena's. It says Aunt TG, Uncle Rafe, Chris, and I. June 30th, 1956. Anyway, I'm going to try to go through them kind of quick because there is a bunch of them, but I just thought if I've never seen anything like this before. For one thing, this is before my time, but for another thing, I don't frequent these kinds of places. So this is Skywood Lodge. I could frequent that. Pine Inn Cocktail Parlor at Carmel by the Sea. Sabella's. There are quite a few of these that have, different stuff on each side. And this one says, what'll it be? And then they've got, let's have a double, give me a beer. I have ulcers. I've only had tea martinis. Is there a tax? Just bring the bottle. So a lot of them are just fun. This one says Diane Swede Craig and I, 7/14/56, Rancho Nicasio in Nicasio, California. Here's one from a hotel Holiday Inn. Patane's Finest Cocktails in San Francisco. From the Driftwood in Alameda. This is from August 31st. Commissioned Officers Mess, NOTS China Lake. Casa Moonrus, Monterey, California. Lanea Room, La Playa Hotel, Carmel by the Sea. Bob's Place, Vallejo, California. The Bartender Knows. You want me to read the poem? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she was a singer or if she was just a visitor. But she definitely enjoyed her cocktail places. Says the bartender knows. He knows all our sorrows. He knows all our joys. He knows all the girls who are chasing the boys. He knows all our troubles. He knows all our strife. He knows every man who ducks out on his wife. If the bartender told all that he knows, he would turn all our friends into bitterest foes. He would start forth a story which, gaining in force, would call all our wives to sue for divorce. In fact, he would keep the town in a stew if he told 1/10 of all that he knew. So when out on a party and from home you steal, drop in. The bartender won't squeal. Okay, see? Not my kind of party. But I think they're fun. The Empress in Victoria, British Columbia. Let's see if this one has anything else. I think it's just that on the front. Yeah. You oughter have another drink. No, you oughter notter. This one tells you how to be a bartender. It says how to be a bartender. Learn to mix 1,001 drinks from memory. Study first aid and or gift wrapping. Be an expert janitor. Learn to laugh at old jokes. Practice crying over sad stories. Don't be your own best customer. Learn how to fight or how to bounce and improve your speed. So there you go. You just learned how to be a good bartender. Air West. Ask for Ollie. Don't know where that is. This is from the Nugget. Another 25,000 winner paid at John S. Q. Aswaga's Nugget. I don't know. Here's something from Pueblo. Here's a Christmas one. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Rosie. I'm glad you're here. This one says United States Air Force Academy. The Regency in Denver. The Outlaw Inn. Red Bluff Roundup, Red Bluff, California. TV fans. I don't know what this one's all about. Let's see. Oh, what different kinds of shows these people like to watch. Westerns, detective stories, morning exercise program, soap operas, any old program, comedy shows, tips on beauty care, and space launches. It's a Stagecoach Inn from Peoria, Illinois. Our relatives. I'm not going to read all this one. There's a lot there. There's another one from the Nugget. This one's from Harrah's in Reno and Lake Tahoe. Don't just sit there, drink, it says. Don't worry about a thing. Nothing will be all right. Well, that doesn't sound very promising. Women drivers. I'm not going to read that one. The Ideal Wife. I'm not going to read that one either. USAF Academy. San Francisco United. Western Hotels. Must be a pretty stout drink. This is from Carson City. This one's from Chinatown, San Francisco, from Cannes. It says Kilty Bar, Hotel Mark Hopkins. Don't know anything about that. And then there are several of these that show a lady on one side, and on the other side it says the stenographer, number 13. Where are you going? It's only 2:30, and looks like she's leaving. All of these are the stenographer. Says, what do you think of withholding tax, Social Security, and other deductions? They're taking her blood. This one says, what do you honestly think of Mary's engagement ring? She's got one of those jeweler's things looking at it. Says, do you have hangovers from drinking? She looks a little perturbed. What's this one? It says, want to see what kept the boss busy all morning. Anyway, This one's from Lefties, from Aroma Restaurant, from the original Murphy's. Don't know where that one's from, but it was made in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Champagne Bar, Normandy Lane. Altamira Hotel, Sausalito, California. Joe Ferreira's Cocktails, Fine Food, and Charcoal Broiler in San Francisco. We serve freshly carbonated mixes in your highballs. There you go. Hacienda, Fresno, California. Bakersfield, California. Las Vegas, Nevada. Tarantino's, Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco. She was there August 16th, 1956. Cheerio. This is, we've got these two, I think. No, it's not that one. Where's the other one? Well, maybe I already did it. This one says Julia and Jack's for dinner. It says Uncle Ray and Aunt Chris and myself. Burrich's in Sacramento. Handlery Hotels. What is this? I don't know. Hamy's? I don't know. Yankee Doodle, Powell Street, San Francisco. Shirley, Aunt TJ and myself, Aunt and Uncle Ray. Oh, Arnie and Uncle Ray. What's this one say? Same people. This one says August 27th, my birthday. And this one's from the Copper Mine Cocktails from the Copper Kitchen. And then there were a few of these stuck in there also. And this says, here's Johnny's. But I don't know where Johnny's is. Here's another one. Let's see if it says where it is. It's made in Omaha, Nebraska. Johnny's must be some kind of diner or something, I guess. And here's for the fair and rodeo from Casper, Wyoming. Anyway, probably spent way too much time going through those, but they were interesting, something I've never seen before. So I thought that was fun. And at that same place, let's put this up here for now. At that same place were these. And she put them in this huge paper sack, and then the sack tore because they were so heavy. Were some magazines. And these were $1 a piece. This one's from July 1970s. And it's all about, a lot of the articles in here are about the beginnings of feminism. And this one is February 1952. I like the pictures in the older ones better, just because I like the older magazines. Oh, it's got, let me see if I can find those. Yeah, it's got paper dolls. Isn't that cool? And these are really pretty images too, from the patterns. Make a pretty spring dress for spring. Make a pretty dress for spring and summer, it says. And I'm going to just grab every few pages and just show you some of them because it'll take forever if we go through them all. But look at these. Wouldn't these make great cutouts to collage in somewhere? Candy says she remembers Betsy McCall. I found these at this little tiny place where I got the pottery, and Hannah got some Guatemalan weaving stuff that had been made into hair scrunchies. And these were in the back room. Same place I got those napkins. Anyways, she sold me these for $1 a piece. I was happy to pay $1 a piece for these. This is about Peggy Dow and her trip home when she got married. The movie star goes home, it says. Peggy Dow, the most famous citizen of Athens, Tennessee, keeps the town buzzing during a hectic week with her fiance. The most powerful woman in the world in 1952 was Eva Peron. I don't know that she was powerful in a good way. I read that article. Look at these pictures. Aren't they pretty? If there wasn't, smoking was such a normal thing then, they were everywhere. There's an article in here about an interview with Eleanor Roosevelt. I read that too while we were up there. I think this is so cute with the kitten. Jojo the kitten finds that a bowl serves more than one purpose. That's pretty too. Smitty has his tonsils out. Here's teach you how to talk to your child about getting his tonsils out. Any 3 hits on this page for $1. Oh, thank you, Janet. Am I really looking backwards? Yeah, I started in the back and went to the front. You're right, I did. I think, let's see. Here's a couple of country gentlemen. Farmers joining labor unions. This was November 1950. I'll start at the front this time. Yes, they would. Hi, Val. It's good to have you here. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. Welcome. There's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff for men too, but there's a lot of stuff in these, for women as well. I love the old car ads. Talks about the redwood forest. I haven't read that one yet. Is your child's future worth a Wurlitzer piano? Boy, talk about guilt, laying the guilt on their parents. Only Buick has Dynaflow. Oh, goodness. Someone you love is hoping for a Hamilton. Running on borrowed time. This is about a fuel pump. Now here's the Henry J. The Henry J sedan. I don't know anything about that car. It's a cool looking car though. I love those phones. Here's a crop that keeps growing every month. It's the telephone crop in rural areas of Bell System. There's a Dodge truck. Get ready for what, Bub? Yeah, there's a lot of good words you could take out of these. Good news. The 1951 Shelvador ends all defrosting drudgery. Crossley brings you the magic of carefree automatic defrosting. That's pretty. Gift sewing, it says. Be a Santa Claus to your friends by making these pretty things for them to wear. Patterns for the transfers, for the decorations, simplify the work. Orange loaf cake. Patterns for holiday wear. I can fairly see the dirt walk off by itself. Fells Naphtha soap chips. You can still buy that. I used to make my own laundry detergent, and that's what I used in it. Didn't realize it was this old, but not a soul in the house needs St. Nick overlook. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good book. That's one of our Christmas traditions, is buying a book for the kids. Started that when they were really tiny. Instant cocoa. I like these that are in blue. And then here's sewing machine. Oh, looky here. It's a fancy automatic washing machine. The GE Activator washing action guides clothes through 3 distinct washing zones: light, medium, and vigorous. So easy. Instinctive wringer starts, stops, reverses, and release. Pressure cleanses your clothes while passing them through. Hi, Holly. New things to do with cranberries. That might be interesting. General Electric triple whip mixer. What a lot of money this truck could save you. Studebaker trucks. Okay, so that was the Country Gentleman from November 1950. And here's one from December 1950. Anyway, I don't know that y'all want to look through all of these, but I just wanted to show you a kind of an idea of what they are. Here's another McCall's. This one's from 1969. Kaleidoscope. Look at those letters. Aren't those great? Very cool. Have to use those for something. Oh, that's okay. We'll tell your boys I said happy birthday. Creating with canvas. There's a jacket. Here's canvas. Here's an article about Goldie Hawn. Here's some Junior McCall's Club. Some art put in there. Here's the lady's winter coat. And here's the Betsy McCall for this one. Those old toys. Had that. Here's some 5-cent coupons. They don't have a an ending date. Here's any 4 of these books, all for $1. Oh, this is the Literary Guild. See? Book club. They get you in there and then they get you out. I mean, you have to keep paying every month. Oh, that sofa's definitely 70s. Cute kids. It would be funny to try. Take it to the store. Park Avenue preview. McCall's editor stroll. Not unnoticed in the season's newest length fashions. So we got short and we got long and we got short. I'm not sure which is the new one. Okay, I have to see what this says. It says the painting that made a marriage legal. It says not one person in 1,000 suspects the real meaning of this famous double portrait by Jan van Eyck. Actually, it portrays a wedding, and all the fascinating details are symbolic references to the sacrament of marriage. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that about this painting. It's a very famous painting, but I didn't know that about it. And then here's one that's the journal from April 1971. This one's not in very good shape either. See, it's trying to fall apart too. That other 1970s McCall is trying to fall apart too. This one has some water damage, I think, too. I just grabbed them all. I didn't really look at them and see, you know, I'll take the best ones. I just grabbed them. So I'm going to use some stuff out of that one and out of this one since they're falling apart in my book. These others I'm going to put up for a later time. Okay. I think there was something else I was going to show you. What was it? Oh, yes. On the way back home, as we were driving through New Mexico, we forgot that we weren't supposed to stop and do anything but essentials. And there was this little antique store right outside of Clayton, and we stopped there. Of course, we decided later it was pretty essential. But the guy didn't mind us coming because I'm sure he wanted the business. I bought an old Kodak film canister, black film canister for Ethan, and then I bought a little old clipboard for Hannah, and then I got these 2 coupon books for me. I didn't really even look through them. I just figured for $2 I needed them. Anyway, it's $20 worth of coupons. Coupon check. Not good if detached. So these are worth $1 and these are 50 cents. These are 25 cents. But I thought they would be really fun to use in journals. I'll use some of these in my journal. These are 10 cents. These are 5 cents. 2 cents. And 1 cent. Adams coupon checks. Wise merchants always specify Adams coupon checks. Neater, safer, easier to handle. Bristol board coupons. I don't know. It's from the 1950s. This one is another one. This says good for $10. Melmar Foods from Raton, New Mexico. This one didn't have a... This one's just generic, I guess. This one's from a specific place. But it's the same kind of things, except it says Melmar Foods on it. Let's see, was there a $1 one? Oh, that's where the label is. I mean, the tag. No, 50 cents. I don't guess they have any dollar ones in this one because it's only $10 worth. So 50 cents and 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents, and 1 cent. So the colors are a little bit different, but it's basically the same thing. I needed a rest stop. I sure did. Yes, definitely. I'm going to use at least one of them in my tag book, maybe more. Trying to get this back in. There we go. So there's that. And when we went to Monument Lake, I did a sort of a watercolor. It's not that great, and I need to finish it. Need to add in some more distinct trees and some bigger trees down here. But you can see the rocky bank. This is where we were sitting. And from where we were sitting, you couldn't see the monument. But then here's the bank on the other side and the mountains behind it. Hi, Janice. Okay. So I was going to do some flowers and different things, but I was tired after we hiked and stuff during the day. We just came home and sat and talked. We did some spinning and mostly just visited. But Excuse me. Hi, Lori. It's good to see you. So I'm going to use some of this in my book. And then where's the green one? Yeah. I like this. We'll use some of it too. And we may use some of this stuff. But, and there's that stuff. And then this is the book that I put together before we left. And like I said, all I did in it was that little bit of ink. So I've got lots of pages to work with. And I thought that we'd just play a little bit. I do want to make some backgrounds with some of the magazine papers and different things, and then put some flowers down on the backgrounds, because that's one of the things I want to put in here. I want to put some of the photographs. Where are the photographs? What did I do with those? That's not them. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. I want to put some of these pictures in there. So we'll see how far we can get putting stuff in there. I think what I want to do first is just put some background stuff down. But this is going to show through, which I think will be fun, whatever we put behind them. Okay. And I have not worried about decorating the cover yet either. Let's just start here. And oh, I forgot to show you. I guess I did kind of show you the Birds and Blooms magazine. I want to do some stuff from that too, so that I have kind of a representation of all the things that we did and the places we bought stuff and all of that. So, oh, I also want to tell y'all, I'm going to do a commercial real quick for Barbara over at 49 Dragonflies. She now has an Etsy store, and she has a lot of digis. Right now, I think all she has in her store is digis, but she's got several that are free right now, and I just wanted to show you what those are. And then I really thought it would show the name of the store, and it may just be 49 Dragonflies, maybe at Etsy. That may be what it is. But anyway, one of them is these butterflies. So those are really pretty. There's just one page. I just made several copies. And then she's also got these two Masterboard digis that are free right now. And that's just some more copies of those. And then she's got a couple of different mushroom ones. And when you go to her Etsy store, it will say free in a banner across the top of each of the ones that are free right now. And then that'll go away. I don't know if she's going to do some different ones each month, or if she's just doing these kind of as a grand opening thing. But if you like digital images, these are some really fun ones. And then she's also got these positive affirmations that you can put, you know, on your journals. Now, I messed up somehow, and my printer printed everything in black and white the first time. So I've got these. I think I'm going to tea dye them and use them like this. And I may use some colored pencils or something on them after I tea dye them. So when I do that, I'll come back and show them to you again, what I did to them. But 49 Dragonflies. That's also the name of her YouTube channel. And if you don't watch her, you will. And I'm trying to decide if I want to take this book out to work in it. I think I do. Just go ahead and take it out. I have a video where I made this. So if you want to see that, you can go back and watch that video. Made it out of a file folder that happens to be expandable. And then some other file folders and coffee dyed and avocado dyed papers and stuff. So, but this just kind of will be in the way if I do it right now. Oh, I do want to put a few napkins in there too, just for kicks. So let me grab a few of these. Kind of like the westerny ones, just because you know, we were in the mountains and stuff. So I wish there was one of these that was, you know, from where we were, but there aren't any. Oh, this one might be fun to put on the very back of the book, or maybe here. So if I put her on the back, what would I put on the front? Let's look through the other ones and see if there's one. Okay, she looks like she's dreaming about a vacation, so maybe we'll use that one. They're not free now? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't know when the date was when they quit being free. I guess I just got lucky and got in there at the right day. I kind of like the back of that one. These are not something I'm going to try to keep and be precious about. I'm just going to use them because I just thought they were fun. I'm not, you know, a big saver of cocktail things. Oh, there's one that's mountainy. We'll use that one, even if it is California. That one might be interesting. Let's see if this is only on the front. Yeah. We might use that too because that'd be fun backgrounds. Okay, we're just going to call that enough. Okay. Let's start with the front. We'll put her down here and put the mountain up here like she's dreaming about the mountains. We didn't stay at Bob's place, but we won't even show that it's Bob's place. We'll just take the mountains off of it. These will be interesting for texture to use in collage and things later. Okay, so I'll save the rest of this for something later. Well, even if they're not free now, her prices are pretty cheap. And these are things you can use over and over and over again, which is the kind I like to buy. The mushrooms, especially, I think were B. And the positive affirmations that you could put in a journal. But the mushrooms were the thing that I would definitely think are worth spending money on. I do. She's got some other things too. And like I said, I'll go back and buy some stuff from her later. But right now, I just grabbed those while they were free. And I'm sorry that my commercial was too late for y'all to get them free. Let's leave place on there just for kicks right now. Okay, Tanya, go relax. That sounds good. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. I kind of like that, but I don't think I just want to leave this plain and green like it is. We'll save these for another spot. I wonder how these will look. Let's take some of this. Okay, maybe I don't want place on there. It kind of makes you ask a question instead of just looking at what she's looking at, what she's daydreaming about. Okay, so there's a good base. Trying to think if I want to put something else on there. Let me get some ink pads real quick. I took these with me up there and then just barely even used them. But anyway. Uh-oh. Oops, come back. Let's see if we can make this, ink this up a little bit better. Okay, that's the one I'm going to leave back here for now. these thin papers are not that easy to ink. Okay. I think I'm going to take a little bit off here because that's wanting to go over the edge, and I don't want stuff to go over the edge and get cotton pulled off. So, all right. Glue stick. That's a bag of stuff I took up there with me and then didn't use. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm not sure how this is going to work. It's probably better to put this on the paper, but I didn't want to, oops, yeah. I didn't want it to get glue places where I wasn't gluing it down. Now this would probably disappear a little bit if, well, all right, we're going to have to do it anyway. If we used a wet glue. But I want to be able to move on, so we're going to just use a glue stick. Come on. Oops. Okay. This one, I think, is even more delicate than that one, so I'm going to try to be careful, but whoops. Okay. I think we're just going to let that be our front cover. There's okay. And then let's see, how about putting something like this on the back? Let's see if these are the same. Yeah, they're pretty much exactly the same. Okay. Good night, Linda. Sleep well. Take off a little bit more on this side. Okay. And then we have this napkin. I'm not going to worry about trying to be really close. Because there's lots of, extra stuff on there. So, and I think I may go ahead. See, she's thinking about the mountains and now she's leaving. And here it says, where are you going? It's only 2:30. We're going to use that too. Maybe we'll put it like this. Okay. And let's put her up there. Here we go. Thanks, Holly. I don't know if you were here when I showed them, but I got a bunch of cocktail napkins at a little, well, it was a little bit of everything store, but they had a little tiny antique room in the back, and they had these cocktail napkins there. So, since I got them on the trip, I want to use some of them in the book or on the book or whatever, both. Okay, so there's the front and back of our little trip journal. And let's just take some of this. We'll put both of those in there. Just some of this texture here. I like that. Hi, Kathy D. It's good to see you. And that one tore outside the napkin. I mean, outside the print. I want it to tear inside the print. Put this up here. And I don't know what I'm going to do after that, but this just gives us some texture on the page. And then we will go ahead. Where's my ink pad? Let's go ahead and ink this side. Okay. I think I'm just going to put glue all over this page and then glue stuff down on it. Gluing on those napkins is not that easy, so. Let's take that little bit off there. I hope y'all aren't getting bored. I'm just throwing things in. I don't know. I didn't plan anything out. I just decided I would play with it when I got home. So. Just playing with my stuffs. I can't remember if I told y'all this or not, but one of the first things we did when we got there was smooth up. We just used Hannah's pocket knives and smoothed up some old sticks. So we had walking sticks, and we actually brought those home with us. But they came in very handy. Hannah probably could have done okay without it, but I would never have made it without mine. Would never have made it without mine. So okay, let's just add in some. We went past a bunch of ranches on the way in Texas and New Mexico and Colorado. So why not? Have no idea if these are even real brands or not, but yes, Kathy, I got home safely. We got home Friday night, and I've been struggling a little bit since we got home. Some of it was because of all the hiking, and some of it's because I didn't eat good while I was gone. And back when I used to not eat good, I had this problem if I got under stress. It could be good stress or bad stress, it didn't matter. I would get this kind of virus type reaction to it where I would feel like I was cold all the way to my bones and I would just ache and hurt. And I've been dealing with that since we got home. But I didn't eat good while I was there gone, and I really believe that that's part of why I felt so bad when I got home is because I didn't eat good while we were gone. Um, so it's been a long time since I did this, and it took me a while to recognize it. For what it was. Oops, didn't go up high enough. But I'm beginning to do better now. So I have the homeopathic flu medicine that I used to always take for it, and I've been using that. So, oh, I ate, Joyce. I just didn't eat food that was good for me. I ate whatever I wanted. I ate chicken fried steak and quesadillas and things that are not keto. um, so I used to feel this way very, very often. And it's probably been a year since I had one of these attacks. And so that shows the difference between the way I normally eat and the way I ate while we were on the trip. But anyway, I just decided I didn't want to worry about it. We were going to go wherever we went, and I was going to eat what sounded good when I got there. And that's what I did. And now I'm paying for it. So I guess it's better that it held off till I got home. So I'll kind of put that on backwards. I mean, my glue down backwards. Okay. I might save the rest of those. I might use them sometime. Oh, can't even throw away little pieces of napkin. That's pretty bad. Okay. There's some more napkins I was thinking about putting in somewhere. But I think I'm gonna use this flour. But this reaction, I mean, the not eating well is part of it, but the main issue is the stress. Even good stress has I've always it's always made me react physically, and every kind of any kind of stress used to make me do this. I just haven't done it in so long that it took me a while to figure out what it was. Oh, I like that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and ink this. Hi, Julie. I'm so glad you're here. I'm just gluing stuff down, things I bought on the trip, into this little book, making some pages. I'm going to put down some pictures and that I took on the trip and all that kind of thing. Um, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh no, that's stuck better than I thought. Okay, I like that. And where's that stack of stuff? Here we go. I'm going to put these things here. I like the bee. Just stick these down here. Picket Wire is one of the places where we stopped and shopped, bought some snacks and things there. Mainly that's what we bought there, was snacks and things to take up hiking in the mountains. Beef jerky and stuff like that. These I got in Kachara. I got these too, but I'll use them some other way. I just thought those would be fun there. Of course I could. No, they won't fit in there, I don't think. No. Okay. Let's save those for another page. And Unique World Goods. I think that is the place where we got the pottery, and I got the magazines and the napkins, was at Unique World Goods. Karen Basie, the name of the lady, and that was in Levita. So this is, no. Okay, I'm just going to leave that right there for now. Leave that for now. The Greenville Station is the antique store we went to in Clayton. So both of those are places that we went. And this, I'm not sure where I got that one. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. Add a little more glue here. Okay, where's the lid? Where's the lid? Don't need it to dry out on me. Okay. That feels a little sticky. Let's see if we can. Okay, this is dry. So I'm going to take it in half because I'll probably need it again. And we're going to put that in there so those pages don't stick together. Yep. And I think I'm going to take this leaf and the other ones that I ink printed over here. This is pretty plasticky. Okay. I think I'm going to trim around it. I've got some scissors here somewhere. Okay. You could take these and just laminate them, but the flowers, I didn't know what it would do to put them through a laminator, so I didn't. The leaves probably would have been fine. Let me find the other leaves. Here they are. See, those are still wet. That's all right. We're going to glue them down, so it doesn't matter. Pretty birds. Now I'm missing what's. Oh, that's a field guide to the birds of North America. I got that for $1 at the antiques at the thrift store while I was in Trinidad. Okay, if I put those leaves like that, maybe I should put a flower behind them. Thank you, Holly. Okay. I think I want it torn. I like the torn edge better than the cut edge. It's not real easy to tear, so I put nice thick coats of Mod Podge stuff on them. Yeah, it was a good buy. I bought one of those before, at a thrift store, but I don't remember what I paid for it, but I rarely pay very much for any book that I buy that I'm going to use in my art. So, okay. I think that might be, maybe I want to put some kind of, something out of a magazine or something down there. So there's some kind of background besides just the brown paper, although I like the brown paper. We've got these magazines here for a reason. Let's see. Well, I thought it might be fun to, boy, this one's really trying to fall apart here. Okay. We'll just use some of this print here. Okay, maybe I don't want to because I don't want to have that behind what they're discussing. There's not something I'm here. Gardener's Almanac. That'll be better. I don't want those negative issues on my pages. Okay. Let me get a ruler. What did I put under the books? Oh, I pressed them in books, in between paper, in books for several days. And then I put them on the freezer paper with a piece of a white napkin and Mod Podged them. So they were pressed first. Let's see that. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that's a little too much. Let's take off a little more over here. There we go. I should have made it a little longer. I want to put something else up there because that staples is going to show through if I center this. So I need something up there. So let's move those over there for right now and ink this, and we'll put it on there, and then we'll put something else. Okay, let's go ahead and no, I inked that with green, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it even though it doesn't match. Me neither, Holly. Me neither. Okay, let's see. Get rid of that. Back when I was about 25, OSHA came into the orthodontist office that I worked at and made us take a flu shot. You didn't get to opt out. And 2 days later, I came down with the worst case of flu I've ever had in my life, and I've never gotten another one. So that's it. That's it. They let me opt out after that, but I didn't get to opt out until I had an adverse reaction, which I think is not good. You ought to have the choice. Okay, let's see. So do I want to? Trying to think. I went ahead and covered that up, but I'm trying to think if I want to put something down here because the Mod Podge stuff doesn't show up as much on this as it does on the brown. And I don't really want it to show. How about like that? That way it won't show much. I think I like that. I think that looks good. I just said, hi, Julie, that I'm glad you're here. I'm not sure if I said anything more specific or not. Might be a good place for a small quote. That's true. I hadn't really thought about putting quotes in here unless they just happen to be, part of my book. I'm going to glue this down and then I'll decide about a quote. Where's mine? There it is. I love it, Teresa. Luckily, this glue dries clear too, so it should be okay, even if it's kind of sketchy right at the moment. I'm going to try to kind of smooth it out by pressing down, but yeah, that's going to be good. And then we'll do the big one here. I think. Do it now. Do I want the big one down here? No, I think I want the big one up. And maybe this one like that. Yeah. Okay. I didn't intend to have this stick out down here, but it's going to because I already did it. Before I remembered I wasn't going to do that. Okay. Those stick down pretty nicely. That's good. But because of, coating them in Mod Podge like I did, I don't have to worry about them ever breaking up and falling off. So I like that. Oops, where's the... If you get too close to the leaf, it decides it wants to come up. So don't cut it too close to the leaf. All right, let's see. I'm just going to write down oak leaves from the cabin. Oh, where did I put my pens? I found these Uniball gel pens, the white, gold, and silver 3-pack at Walmart for $6.98. That's a really good price for these pens. Just thought I would let you know. The Uniball Signo pens. So the only place I've been able to get them before that was on Amazon. And that flower was from there too. I don't know what kind of flower it is though. Okay. It would be. And I've got a photo. Oh, look. I don't know if y'all saw this. I don't think I put this one on Facebook. But when we walked in the cabin, there's this huge elk there. And he's got a face mask on. And I don't know. Oh, there's another picture of the cabin. So we could put either one of these on there. This one with the elk is on Facebook. I didn't think I put that one on there, but maybe I did. All three of these were at the cabin. This is the front porch, and that's that bird house where Hannah's ghost picture was. Let me show you. For those of you who came in late, this is a picture I took with a black and white Polaroid camera. Ethan had me take that camera with black and white film. And so I took this picture of Hannah. She calls it her ghost picture. But this is the same birdhouse. So I've got those three pictures of the cabin. Yeah, I love that front porch with those rocking chairs. That was a fun place. We spent some time in the morning and some time in the evening there. Each day, so it was nice. Okay. Let me go ahead and ink the picture because I told Hannah that if we printed it, that if I coffee dyed it or tea dyed it, that it would look kind of sepia and it would really look vintage then instead of just like a ghost picture. Okay, we're going to glue this one down on this page. I got some glue on there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but standing up right here are our walking sticks that we used when we went hiking. Okay, let's go ahead and stick that other piece of this in here. Alrighty. And so let's see, what do we want to put on this page? Let me go ahead and tear these out so we can use them somewhere. Thanks, Barbara. That was fun to do. Okay. We've got these two more pictures that were at the cabin. And then we've got excuse me. Got these three pictures that were taken at what was called Stonewall Ranch when I used to go there when I was Hannah's age. That that Daryl and Mary owned, and we camped out there, and then we stayed in the cabins there. So these three pictures can go together. This picture was on the way up to Bear Lake, and that was a hazardous road. It was very. Oh, good night, Teresa. Thanks for being here. I'm going to put the ghost picture in here. I've got a smaller one. I printed out a smaller one to go in here. So I'm gonna put it in here. The white fabric's a cool idea. Okay, okay. Well, one of them I did one in my group, and then I did one just on my normal Facebook page for, my friends who are not part of the artsy things that we do. That way my mother and my sister and different people could see the pictures. So I did do two different posts, and I do not remember which one I put the most pictures in, but okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink on this edge. I inked on the other side with green because I did those leaves in green, but since I inked these pictures in the sepia, I'm going to go ahead and ink the page in sepia. And we'll just go ahead and do this side too, since they kind of, that's a little more than I wanted to do, but okay. Okay, put these. I think I may just put those on there just like that because there's, or like this. Oh, either way, I'm going to have to cover up some leaves. Oh, maybe like that. That way those leaves that are behind there can stay on. This is Leroy. That's Leroy, by the way. Somebody who stayed there before us named him Leroy. It said there was a place to write, to write your memories or what you enjoyed about the cabin or whatever. And somebody who stayed there before us named him Leroy. So, which Hannah thought was hilarious because she has a deer skull hanging in her closet that she picked up at a ranch, a friend's ranch. When they went out there, they have, it's animals die, sometimes. And so this one it was a naturally occurring death. It wasn't a hunter's death, but anyway, Hannah had the skull in her closet, and she named it Leroy. So she thought it was funny that somebody named this one Leroy. So, thanks, Barbara. Okay. I like those. And I'm just going to write up here, Leroy and the birdhouse. At the cabin. Okay. All right. And over here, Get some of that glue off so I don't mess things up. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what flowers I want to put. Ooh, I think that's pretty. We'll just put that one over here, and it can just be the page just by itself. Let's go ahead and take in a little bit here. Okay. Should I put something behind this or just do it like this? What do y'all think? Let me know. I'll wait a minute for your answer. Barbara says she likes it simple, just the flowers. Okay, well that's easy enough, and it I've got I got lots of pages, so I'm going to lay this down, and then I'm going to mash out the glue underneath so that won't leave streaks. There we go. I like it. I'm glad I decided to do that to those flowers. I think that I'm going to be happy with that. Hi, Patricia. Well, what I did was put the flowers between two pieces of paper and press them in the book with a bunch of other heavy books on them. I picked the flowers the first day we were there. So that was last Tuesday. And I pressed them the whole time we were there. And then I put them inside a book and brought them home and pressed them again until yesterday. So they were pressed for like 6 days, which wasn't enough to completely dry them out, but it pressed them pretty good and dried them out fairly decently. And then I took a piece of freezer paper with the plastic on it, and I put down a coat of the Mod Podge, and then I put down a let me show you. I put down one layer of plastic napkin, a thinner one than this, but one layer of plastic napkin, and Mod Podged over that. And then I put my flowers on top, and I Mod Podged over the flowers. So there's like 3 layers of Mod Podge, and you can barely see the napkin behind them because it becomes pretty clear when it's Mod Podged. And so that just gives it a little bit of stability. But that's how I did all the flowers. So, And it works pretty good. Okay. No, it wasn't a plastic napkin. It is now. But it was when you take a napkin apart and you take off the white pieces to use the pretty part, it was one of those white pieces that we take off. No, this was the plastic part of freezer paper. I put it on the plastic side of freezer paper. Now, it kind of becomes a plastic napkin, but it didn't start out that way. Okay. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Okay, here is the path to Monument Lake. And I think I have a picture up here that's Monument Lake. Yes, this one right here is Monument Lake. So that one's Monument Lake. And I've got some of the pond and the river at what's now called the Middle Fork Resort. That used to be called Stonewall Guest Ranch when I was going there. And I want to put those on a page too, because I have those same kinds of pictures. I don't know if there's any of me, but some that I took back then. So it's cool to have pictures of Hannah that were taken, at the same place that I took pictures when I was a teenager. This is a little fishing pond on that same property where the river is that we used to stay at. Okay, I got too many things there making my paper slide. So all three of these are going to need to be together. Somewhere. So probably not on this page, but anyway, those three are all pictures of the same place. So oh, that's cool, Julie. That sounds great. They'll probably be easier to get to that way than this was taken in Trinidad of Hannah taking. I have some other pictures, but that one is of Hannah taking pictures of this old sign painted on the side of the wall. So I thought that was fun. I'm trying to decide, I think I want to take this apart in pieces and put the different pieces on there, because that'll make it, I can put them around the picture. I think I will like that better. And I don't need the clearly seen on the dashboard part. I have to show y'all this one. See this one right here? Hannah saw a bunch of those aspen trees. And so she had seen a picture, and there was much more closed in than this, but it was somebody laying down underneath those tall aspen trees taking a picture. And she thought that would be a cool picture to take. So we found a place where we thought there were plenty of aspen trees, but this was the best picture she could get. She said those trees have to be really close together to get the kind of picture she was wanting. And we didn't find them where they were that close together. But we stopped on the side of the road, and she tromped up there and laid down and took that picture. So I thought that was fun too. Were there people at the camp area? These at this area where we just went and took these pictures, or at the lake? There were people here staying at this place, but when I told them, the lady who was taking care of cleaning up the cabins and things, I told her I used to come here as a teenager and I wanted my daughter to see where I came. She even let me take Hannah in the big house and look around. They call it the Roosevelt House because Teddy Roosevelt spent a night there sometime in the distant past. But when I stayed there, we just called it the big house. Anyway, she told us we could take pictures, we could just enjoy it however we wanted. So yeah, there were people staying there. At the lake, there were people at the lake, but we were so far, there weren't very many people anywhere we went. It was not hard at all to stay away from everybody. And you could see everybody purposely camping out, 100 feet from each other all the way around the lake and whatever. So there weren't any big groups. It was mostly just a few fishermen or couples staying there. There was, I think I saw somebody with a couple of kids, but there really were not very many people up there. It was a great time to go. And when we were leaving, coming home on Friday, it felt like there was a mass exodus leaving Texas and New Mexico heading up there. So we were glad we went when we did and weren't up there for this Labor Day weekend, because I'm sure there were a lot more people up there on Labor Day weekend. We got lucky. There was hardly anybody around when we were up there. The little cabin we stayed in was just an individual cabin. It wasn't connected to a resort or a campground or anything like that. It was just one cabin that somebody owned and were leasing it out on Airbnb. Thanks, Janet. I think I'm going to put this picture. This was on the way from Monument Lake back to our cabin. So I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and put that one on this page too. Actually, this was between North Lake and Monument Lake when we were on our way back home from being up here at Bear Lake. So there were lots of lakes around, but this was on the road. We just stopped on the side of the road, and there was a wide spot where you could pull off. So we did. Okay. No, I don't think I want that there. Okay, I'm going to do these two first because I think I want them just like that. And then the rest of them I'll come back and decide if I want to put something else on there underneath them. I think I do need something else on this page. Maybe a flower. Maybe I want to put a little something. Oh dear. All my fussy cut things that I got from Barbara over at 49 Dragonflies were all about to fall on the floor. Okay, let's move those someplace safer. And okay. Oh, here, let's see. Ooh, that's very thick. We may use that one too, but I don't know about that. Let's try this taller, skinnier one. Let's see if that'll be better. I don't know. Yeah, I think everybody must be tired. Nobody's even chatting. I don't know. It goes this way. What about that? Well, I'm glad you're having fun. Barbara's talking to me. Sorry, I wasn't listening to you, Barbara. My osmosis or my telepathy or whatever's not working very good tonight. Okay. Let's put this down first. And then let's use the glue stick for this one. Just relaxing and watching me play. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm happy for y'all to just relax. And I'm having fun playing with my stuff. I think like that. I think we'll just make them both crooked. I don't normally make things both the same kind of crooked on the same page, but I'm going to, because it will show the flower a little bit better. So there we go. Okay. Trying to decide if that looks better. Yes, okay. I'm going to see if I can tear a little bit these corners off. Okay. Everybody agrees, so it must be the thing to do. Okay. And yeah, the sky was very, very blue. Very, very blue. Okay. Yep, I like that. Okay. And that says Monument Lake, so that's pretty easy. I don't have to write anything down there. Yeah, it looks more balanced. I agree. Okay. And let's see. Okay, this one is at Bear Lake. We drove up there. It took forever to get up there. It really took a long time, and it's a very jarring ride. Um, it's a like an old caliche road, and it has lots of ruts in it, so it's quite definitely couldn't sleep on that ride. Anyway, you get up there and you can't even see the lake. You just have to park, and you hear a stream trickling as you go down, and you just follow that stream down. I printed these just on copy paper on my laser printer, just plain old copy paper, but it was a laser printer. And this is on the road up to this lake. So we might can do these separately and put some stuff in behind them. Um, let's see. This is the I'm going to write up here Bear Lake because I didn't write it then because there were several places. We didn't know for sure when we paid this whether we were going to go to Bear Lake or Blue Lake. So, because they're on the same road. Um, yeah, it does look a little shiny, but it's just regular old paper. And I didn't write the day on this either, so let's do this. 9-3 2020. Okay. We weren't camping. We were just day at paid a day camping fee. So I didn't write all that stuff down because it didn't really matter, but it matters for the book, I guess. You always think, oh, I'll remember that. I don't need to write it down, but I might not. So I think I'm going to let this kind of go over in the middle here. I think I might as well. Hi, Sana. It's good to see you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue this. Go ahead and glue this on there. And then I'll decide what else to add. All right. Sana's doing digital art. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. We need some short things. Here we go. Here's a tall, skinny one. And then a squatty one. I don't know if they'll work or not. We'll just have to play with them and see. Whew. Okay, here's this one. Maybe over here. Yeah, I'm glad I thought of it, Barbara. I'm glad I thought of it. It was kind of one of those things that I just saw them right there by the cabin and thought, well, that would be fun to press some flowers. And then it was like, well, I better do it now if I'm going to. So better do it now if I'm going to. And most of them had already gone to seed. So I knew that I wasn't, endangering the species or anything. Oh, this way. No. No, that way. Oh, maybe like that. And then I definitely don't want them to be the same. What do you think about that? Use one of your dragonflies on this page. Are you talking about one of these? Type dragonflies? One of these metal ones? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. I'm doing a lot of pressing, not because I don't think it'll stay glued down if I don't, but because I don't want there to be the ridges of glue. And this, unlike when you put it on paper and it just automatically stays put, putting it on the plasticky Mod Podge gives it the chance to spread out like that. So, okay, let's go ahead and do this one next. Let's see. Okay. And this will dry clear too, so you should still be able to see this behind it. Once it's dry. Okay. Let's do that for a second. Okay, let's put some glue back there. That kind I think will stick better. Better than the glue stick. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I need to ink the edges because I didn't do that. I inked the papers, but not the page. Okay. Now then, I don't think I want that circle on there. Let me see if I can cut it off without messing it up. The last time I tried to do this, it worked great, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. Perfect. These are good little cutters. I got these at Harbor Freight. Because Tanya recommended it. And that's got a Sharpie spot. Okay. guess I want him flying in, not out of the page. I should have bent him flatter before I did this. There we go. That way he'll glue down better. Okay, I like that page. Yay! Now then we will write, okay. Road to Bear Lake and Bear Lake. So we got that. Okay. Let's put some paper in there. Probably shouldn't have started at the beginning and just started putting stuff in, because I don't know if I have enough stuff to finish the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here are the pictures of the river and the cabin. I mean, the river and the pond. Well, I've got a couple of pictures of Hannah. Hannah took one picture of me, and that's all the pictures of me that we have. I always like being behind the camera, not in front of it. So, you can't really see her very much right there. You can just see a little bit of red, but that's her. She was wearing a bright red skirt. Just because she likes skirts. She thinks they're more comfortable than pants. And so, so she wore skirts on the way up and on the way back. And that ghost picture is a split skirt. That's what she wore on the way home. And we took that picture that morning before we left to come home. She did wear the pants when we went hiking. She's smart. She's not silly about it, but she is more comfortable in skirts, just comfort wise. Okay. Now then, actually, this one, the river, this is the end of the river that heads towards this pond. This is the river going the other direction from the pond. And I don't know if you can see it, but on the other side of this little river, there's a huge valley back there. And I can remember staying in the big house and looking out when it was snow all over the ground and seeing like 200 elk back there in that valley. It was amazing. Hi, Dana. We didn't see any back there when we were here, but when I was young, when I was Hannah's age and I was staying there, I would see them. Well, the one picture that we have of me is when we crossed the river and we were standing there taking a picture of the valley. And Hannah took a picture of me taking a picture of the valley for Ethan with his his Polaroid camera. So that's the only one I'm in. And I don't have the pictures that I took with his Polaroid camera except for the two of Hannah, because he I gave them to him. That's why. Leroy was the last of the elk. No, she said they still see elk out there a lot. But there weren't any when I was there, when we were there. The lady who manages the place that we talked to, she said they do see elk out there. There just weren't any that day. I don't know. I feel like I want to put a little something behind these. Let's see if I can find. Oh, here we go. This may or may not. Oh, look at there. But I was thinking we could put some of these flowers back there. Well, a small pocket would be a good idea. Maybe I can do that on another page. And I may turn out not to like this. That's always an option too. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see what that really looks like, but I kind of like it. It's different, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, let's do these two first. I need to clean my hands. I'm getting dirty glue on stuff. And that's kind of crookedy even. Well, that's kind of what I thought. The orange kind of gives it some life, and it's naturey. Okay. Let's see if we can move this. All right, and then we'll put hmm. That gives us kind of our triangle on the page. I like that. And we're going to write now called Middle Fork Resort. Okay. Okay, I want to say that this Stonewall Guest Ranch belonged to Daryl and Mary. In the late 70s, early 80s. Okay. I'm not sure how long they owned it. Maybe all the way through the 80s, but when I was going up there, it was the late 70s and early 80s. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Let's Oh, we're just halfway through one signature. Oh. Obviously, this is not getting finished today. um, hmm. Yeah, I got two signatures, and we've done. This is the center of the first one. We may have to work on this some more next week. I have to work on it some more next week. I do think I want to use some of this stuff. And I am going to use this as a tuck spot. Probably over here. Maybe I'll attach those together and use that whole thing as a tuck spot. But I want to put the pictures here. There may not be room to put this and both pictures on here. Let's see. There's one. And let's see here. I'm taking off a little bit of this because it's mostly about Hannah and the river. Okay, I can probably do that. And then I can write a letter about it and stick it in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this down on here. I'm going to put a little bit more glue right here. And a little bit right there. All right, let's... There we go. Y'all still here? And then I've got this silver stuff that the film pack was actually in. Uh-oh. I was thinking it might be fun to put down behind these. Still enjoying the journey. Okay. What do you think about the silver? Does that look silly? Julie says, oh no. Does that mean she doesn't like the silver? Well, I'm glad you're still lurking, Joan. Just one strip. Okay. So like this. Or like that. Well, I was only using the silver because it came out of the, you know, it had to do with the film itself. It doesn't have to be on there. Hey, how about just a little bit of this glued down under the tuck spot? Or like this. Okay, Mina likes it with the tuck. Janet likes it better with the photos. Let's see. Let me ink the photos a little bit. I'll see if I can find some lace. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to think. Taking me a minute to think. The problem is the lace I have easily available is not as white as her as this picture. Oh, well, I just threw the foil away. I don't know if you spelled it right or not, Janet. I'm not very good with spelling, but I like the lace. But I'm thinking I want to narrow both of these pictures up just a little bit. so they can be a little more offset. Not a lot, just a little bit. Well, I don't have, the foil isn't, I don't think it's long enough to really fit under the lace well. And I don't think it's that important. It just kind of looks funny. I think I need to do one or the other. But I feel like it needs something else. And I don't know if what I'm just needing is some more lace up here. I don't know. Something's not making me happy. I like this okay, but I need to somehow pull it in over here. Um, a flower. Okay, let's just go ahead and glue this stuff down because I think I'm pretty sure that's what I want on that side. Okay. Just barely want that one to overlap a little bit. Oh, I should have put that up a little higher. Can I move it up? Can I move it up? Yes. Okay, good. Woo! All right. And then we want this one like that. Okay. Okay, let's. Alrighty, a tag. Make a tag. Okay. Let's see. That may be too big, but an envelope tag would be awesome. Yep, too big. Okay, seemed like a great idea at the time. So let's see if we can. Let's see if this will work. Yes, that will fit. Okay. All right. I don't know if this is going to work out or not, but I thought it might be fun to make a envelope type tag. Except that is sticky. So let's okay. Okay. So do we want to put it on this side and put it in like this, or do we want to put it on this side and tuck it in like this and then have it open from the back? I think I want to do it from the back. Okay, let's ink it while I think. Let's ink it while I think. So put it on here and then open it from the back. Right? Is that what y'all are saying? So like this, which means that needs to be cut off. Okay. Then we can put something inside there and tuck it back here. Okay. Let's just do it. Oh, wait, let's take off a little bit there. Okay. Okay. There it is. And then I can write about taking the pictures for Ethan and what did that? Oh, that came off the lace. It's going, where did that pin come from? Okay. Now then, where's the... Oh, there it is, way up there. Okay. Let's get this here. Okay. What Janet said. All right, let me go look and see what Janet said. Have Hannah write a memory to put into it. Oh, good idea. Good idea. Okay. I don't think that's sticky at all. It's all underneath, so. Okay. Whew. I don't even know what time it is. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it's almost 11 o'clock. I think that let's look at what we did today, and we're going to call it good for tonight. We will come back next week and work on it some more, but we did the cover. And then we did in here. And that's what we've got done so far. Thank you. Well, we're going to let it kind of stand up and be open so that everything can dry good. And we'll work on some more pages next week. So thank you all, and I'm glad you came. Thanks for sticking around this late while I played in my book. Love you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye.